Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I will show you how to install Veritas cluster server on Linux system. Here in this video, I am using two systems having RHEL 6.4 installed. Before installing Veritas cluster server, you have to configure these two Linux systems. First of all, make an entry of both the host in etc host file like this. And the second is disable the SC Linux option on both the systems. I already did this here. Third one is download the Veritas cluster trial package from Semantic website. I already downloaded here. This one is bundled package to install the Veritas cluster server on Linux system. It's in tar and zip format. So you have to, before using this package, you have to untar and unzip this bundled package. Fourth step is configure 3 LAN card on each system. The one LAN card is used for network traffic and the rest of the two interfaces are used for heartbeat purpose. Here you can see on this system I have three different interfaces, ATH0, 1 and 2. The ATH0 interface is used for network traffic, for network communication, communication over network, and the rest of the two interfaces are used for heartbeat. ATH1 and ATH2 is used for heartbeat. On second node also I have configured three different interfaces, ATH0, ATH1 and ATH2. ATH1 and ATH2 is used for the heartbeat. Alright. Fifth step is set up a passwordless SSH between these two nodes. I already configured the passwordless SSH between these two. As you can see, I am able to SSH to second node without any password. So you have to configure the SSH, passwordless SSH. So let's start configuring the Veritas cluster server. First of all, let me untar and unzip this bundled package. And you have to make sure one more thing here. As I am using here the RHEL 6.4 version, so you have to configure the local yum server. So I already configured the local yum server so that I can install the required packages for Veritas cluster server by using yum. You can see here I have configured the local repository or the local yum server here. Alright, so I already untar the package. So just go to this directory, and here you can see that we have two different directories, one for RHEL6 and one for RHEL7. So I am using RHEL6 here. So browse, explore this RHEL6 directory, and here you can find the installer script here. So just run this installer, just hit enter. Alright, so The menu comes here on the window. Before installing, either you can choose the option R to view product requirements. If I press R here and hit enter, and here I'm installing SFHA, the option 4. So I press option 4 and hit enter. So it will show the what are the required packages for for this VCS. So here you can see that I am using RHEL 6.4. So these are the required packages which should be installed on this system before installing the Veritas cluster server package. Alright, press B to back, and now I'm going to perform a pre-installation check. So I just press B and hit enter, and I'll select option 4, hit enter, and now it's saying to enter the system names. So here I'm using node 1 and node 2. So just put the names here, node 1 and node 2. Now it's doing the pre-check. Alright, now it's give us that the following required RPMs were not found on node 1 and node 2. So these should be installed on these both the nodes before going further. So saying how would you like to install a missing required packages? Either you can install the missing required packages with yum, or you can do it manually. So I am selecting option 1, that install the missing required RPMs by with the help of yum. Just press enter here. Now it's installing the required packages by using yum. So the missing packages RPMs are installed on both the systems. Press enter to continue. Alright, now as you can see, no issues found in pre-check, so we are good to go. So it's saying, would you like to install SFHA on node 1 and node 2? Yes. Hit yes and press enter. Do you agree with the terms of it's asking for the license agreement? Press yes, enter yes, and hit enter. Now saying install minimum required RPMs, install recommended RPMs, or install all RPMs. So I am selecting the option 3, install all RPMs. So these following RPMs will be installed on the both the systems. So press enter, press enter. So now it's installing the Veritas cluster server. Here I have used option 4, SFHA, because I want to install VXVM, VXFS and VCS. So that's why I have choose SFHA. VXVM is Veritas Volume Manager, Veritas File System and Veritas Cluster Server. So all these three will be installed by using option 4. That's why I chooses SFHA. Alright, now it's saying I would like to license this system. So here I'm using the trial version, so I'll select option 2, enable keyless licensing, press enter. Select option 2, SFHA. Would you like to enable replication? Uh, for the time being, uh, pre press no. Would you like to enable global cluster configuration? Just press the default, enter. Now it's saying, would you like to configure SFHA on both node 1 and node 2? Either you can configure it later or you can configure right now. So I'm configuring right now here. So I'm press yes and hit enter. Would you like to configure IO fencing in enabled mode? Here I am pressing no. We'll do it later. Press enter to continue. Now enter the unique cluster name here. You can put any name here, like I'm putting here Linux, or you can say like Linux VCS. Enter. Now it's saying configure the heartbeat link over LLT over Ethernet, or configure the heartbeat link over LLT over UDP. Here I am choosing option 4, automatically detect configuration for LLT over Ethernet. Press enter. Again press enter. Now it detects 3 NIC cards on node 1 and also on node 2. Now it's asking for a unique cluster ID. You can give any ID name here. Sorry, number here. I'm giving 100. Now it's saying, would you like to check if the cluster ID is in use by another cluster? Suppose you have multiple cluster running on the same network. So it will check that this particular ID is free or not. So if you'd like to check it, then you can press and hit enter. Now it's checking the cluster ID over network. Okay, the duplicate cluster ID detection pass. The cluster ID can be used for this cluster. Okay, press enter to continue. So these are the cluster information verification. Just cross verify all this information, and if this information is correct, then press yes and hit enter. Now saying the following data is required to configure the virtual IP of the cluster. Would like to configure virtual IP here. I'm selecting no here. We'll do it later. Would like to configure the VCS cluster in secure mode. Press no and hit enter. Also want to proceed with the non-secure installation. Yes. Now the following information is required to add VCS users. So do you wish to accept the default cluster credential of admin and password? So here I am accepting the default cluster credentials. So just hit enter. Would like to add another user to the cluster. We'll add the users once we configure it. We'll do it later. So just press enter here. And is this information is correct? Yes, and press enter. Alright. Do you want to configure SMT or authentication? Select the default option. No. Press enter. Configure SNMP notification. Accept this. accept the use the default option and press enter. Do you want to stop SFHA process now? Yes. Now it's configuring the SFHA on node 1 and 2. Now it's performing SFHA configuration. We like to view the summary file, accept the default one. So in this way, you can install the Veritas cluster server. So our Veritas cluster server is successfully installed and configured on RHEL6. So in this way, you can install the VCS. So that's all in this video for today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe my channel. Again, thanks for watching and have a nice day.